I'm Marianne Scully, Chairman, President, and CEO of Howard Bancorp and Howard Bank. No child grows up thinking that they're going to be a banker. Not a natural course. And candidly, as a girl growing up in the 60s, I certainly didn't think I was going to be the CEO of anything. I thought when I graduated from high school that I would teach for a while, very traditional female occupation, and then go to law school. And I started my college career as a history major. I loved history, and that carries through a lot of the things that I do and care about to this day. Sociology always had a certain attraction for me, and then when I was a senior, realized I did not immediately want to go on to graduate school or law school. I was tired of school, and I needed to get a job. I took an economics course. I liked it. Someone said to me, banks and insurance companies, they both have great training programs. And so I dutifully applied to banks and insurance companies. Personal journey brought me to Baltimore at the time. Applied to 3 of the banks in town, was told by one of them that they were not hiring women in management training programs. Was offered a job at the other 2. First National offered the most flexibility in their training program. So the flexibility theme was also very important at that time. And at the time thought, because all kids coming out of school think, how am I going to use my degree? And at the time I thought, well, all right, I'm a banker, I can learn about banking, but going back to the sociology and going back to the economics, wouldn't it be great to help small businesses? And then, totally ironically, went through a training period, ended up in cash management consulting, worked exclusively with Fortune 1000 companies in the United States. Went into corporate lending, worked exclusively with Fortune 1000 companies in the United States. Was asked to start a foreign direct investment group in what was then known as the European division at First National. Worked mostly with the equivalent of Fortune 1000 companies globally. But a lot of their U.S. subsidiaries were small companies, and we believed that our role was, again, facilitate not just money, but knowledge. And I remember explaining to some of these people, well, this is the way the Dutch think, or this is the way the Germans think. And then, after a stint in M&A and strategic planning, was asked to head up the community bank, and so sort of came full circle, working with retail and small business customers. And then the banking part of me kicked in, because what I had learned in the M&A world and in strategic planning was one of the hidden secrets, maybe for a large bank at the time, one of the dirty secrets at the time was you looked at all these large banks making acquisitions, but when you looked at who was gaining market share, no one paid attention at an $18 billion bank to a $200 million startup bank. They just weren't on your radar screen. But if you looked at the aggregation of all those banks, they were the ones capturing market share. So the strategic planning part of me said to the customer experience part of me, that means what those community banks are doing resonates with the clients.